How many of you think that the cost of living in the United States is too high? What do you think when you pay $3 for a gallon of gas? What about $150,000 for a 3-bedroom and 2-bathroom house here in North Carolina? Do you think that $35 for a good meal and a drink at your local favorite restaurant is too expensive? Well, if you have answered yes to all of those questions, you should know that people who live in London are spending way more money than you are. In 2007, London was named by the United Bank of Switzerland the second most expensive city to live in the world. I have learned a lot about the cost of living in London because I lived there for 3 years. And also, I did additional research for this speech. My name is Rafael and I'm here today to inform you about the cost of living in London. I will explain to you how much it can cost you to have your own automobile. Also, I will explain the cost of entertainment and energy, water, and grocery shopping bills. And last, I will show you how much it can be to buy your own house or apartment in London. Let's start with the cost you would have if you choose to drive around London. Getting from home to work by car can be extremely expensive and time consuming. Gas stations in the United States charge almost $3 for a gallon of gas. In London, you can expect to pay $7.56. Yes, that's what I just said. $7.56 for a gallon of gas. The total cost for a 12-gallon tank would be $90.72. In order to drive your automobile in the city of London, you will have to pay $16 per day referent to the congestion charge fee. Just try to imagine paying $16 per day to drive around downtown Greensboro. Parking in the city of London will cost a further $3 per hour, regardless if you park on the street or in any car park building. Now that we know that owning an automobile in London isn't an excellent idea, let's see how much a night out in London can cost you. As published by the Independent newspaper, London is the most expensive place in the world to eat out. A 3-course restaurant meal can cost as much as $78 for one person, and it includes 1 glass of wine. What about if you feel like smoking, and if you are a smoker? In London, you should think twice if that occurs to you, because 1 pack of cigarettes containing 24 will cost you $9. If you feel like going out to dance with your friends in any of the nightclubs in London, you should be aware that it will cost you $40 to get in, at least. Yes, $40 just to get in with no drinks. So far we have learned about the cost of having a car and also the cost for a night out in London. Next, we will cover the water and energy bills. Monthly expenses such as water, energy, and grocery shopping play a major role in the monthly budget. A water and energy bill for a house with 2 inhabitants will cost between $120 and $140 per month. Most couples in London spend around $160 per week in groceries, which do not come with good quality steaks. And if you find a good steak in London, you should consider yourself lucky. Given the high number showed, I'm sure you are wondering if it gets any worse. I will show you now the cost of houses and apartments. The most expensive properties in Europe are located in London. A 1-bedroom apartment in London costs a staggering $250,000. I want you to look around your bedroom right now. Did you look at? Can you imagine paying $250,000 for that? Yes, that's how much it would cost you for the same size room in London. A small 3-bedroom house and 1-bathroom house would cost you $700,000. Now that we have a better knowledge of how much it costs to live in London, I will talk about the actions that can be done to reduce the costs. The high cost of living in London can be decreased by individual awareness. Instead of using your own vehicle, you can buy the public transportation pass, known as Travel Card. The Transport for London, which is a government agency responsible for the transport of London, set the price for 2008. It will cost you between $48 and $89 for a weekly pass to get around the city. Therefore, it is possible to save $42 per week if you choose the underground instead of driving your own car. Many people choose to use bicycles because has easy access and also it has no costs. Now, let's learn about a little bit more of what can be done in order to reduce the cost of entertainment. It is possible to find good and inexpensive restaurants where a meal for two will cost $60, include 2 glasses of wine. Of course, such restaurants will be located far away from the city center. If you feel like dancing, don't feel like you have to pay $40. In London, you will find many free parties to go because the dance music scene is really huge over there. Parties like that are promoted by upcoming DJs, and it's easy to find them around the town. Now let's talk about the water, energy and grocery shop expenses and the action that can be done in order to reduce the costs. Like in the United States, many apartments offer water with no costs. The energy bill can be better controlled if you choose to pay by the week. Grocery shop expenses can be reduced drastically if we purchase from the farmers market. Now that we know what can be done to reduce the cost of entertainment and few of the bills presented over here, such as water and energy and grocery shopping, let's talk about if you have any chance of finding a cheaper property in London. Since the house market in London is in high demand, properties located 50 minutes away from the city center is more affordable. Many new buyers are moving out of London in order to afford a cheaper house. Apartments located on the outskirts of the city can be purchased for $160,000 instead of $250,000. However, I still think that it's still too expensive. As you have seen, London is a tremendously expensive city to live. Fortunately, it is possible to survive in one of the most exciting cities in the world. During my 3 years in London, I never opted for leisure activities in the city center. The United Bank of Switzerland predicted that London will be the most expensive city to live in the world by 2008, due to the high valorization of the currency. Even though the cost of living in London seems outrageous, London is one of the most exciting places to live in the world. Also, I hope they realize today how good life in America is. It was a pleasure to do my speech for you, and I hope to see more of you in the future. Thanks a lot.